Ash and Zofia have always been extremely popular operators, with both of them having a pick rate in the top 10 of attackers. When so many people are playing these operators right now, the question becomes, which one is better? Well, in today's video, I'll be answering just that. I'll be rating each operator in 4 key categories: gadget, loadout, secondary gadget, and versatility. Then at the end of the video, I'll be adding up their scores in each category to come to a verdict. To start off today's video, I'll be going over Ash, who was in the game on release. Her gadget is the breaching round. These are explosives that can be shot from her launcher and will explode after a short duration, which will destroy any form of hard utility nearby. For reference, hard utility is any defender gadget that must be destroyed via explosives. Some examples of this are deployable shields, bulletproof cameras, and Maestro's evil eyes. With most of the defender's strongest gadgets being forms of hard utility, Ash being able to outright counter them is super strong. But this isn't her only use. Her gadget can also be used for soft destruction, meaning that she can play vertically or open soft walls if the situation calls for it. Now, don't think this means her gadget goes uncountered. Her breaching rounds will be destroyed by Jaeger's ADSs, captured by Wamai's magnets, and destroyed by electricity, which electricity rarely comes into play because your Ash rounds have to actually come in contact with the electricity. Jaeger and Wamai, however, are a completely different story. At the time of recording, both of them just so happen to be some of the best and most picked defenders in the game. So, most likely in any given round, you will run into them. Keeping all of this in mind, I'll be giving her gadget a 9 out of 10. Her ability to counter some of the defender's strongest gadgets while also being able to open soft surfaces is super strong. But since she is easily countered, I had to dock her at least 1 point off of her gadget. To follow up her gadget, we have her loadout. Ash has access to the R4C and the G36C as primary options, and the M45 MUSOC and the 5.7 USG as secondary options. The R4C is one of the most popular guns in Siege and is kind of the staple of the game, for good reason. Its damage is really high, especially with extended barrel. It has a fast fire rate and low recoil. Its only real downside is its slow ADS speed without angled grip, but I think the trade-off is worth it. As for the G36C, it has lower damage and a slower fire rate than the R4C, but it has a faster ADS speed and lower recoil. So the R4C is clearly the more competitive option, but if you are newer to the game, the G36C is still comparable. As for secondaries, the M45 MUSOC has high damage, allowing it to 2-shot 3-speed and 2-speed operators, but its capacity is small with it only being able to hold 7 rounds. The 5.7 happens to be the exact opposite, with it having a capacity of 20 rounds but super low damage. Me personally, I prefer the MUSOC. It is one of my favorite pistols in the game, and its high damage allows you to clutch it up in a pinch. Her great pistols in combination with her primaries allows her to be one of the best fragging operators in the entire game, and just for that reason, I'll be giving her loadout a 10 out of 10. Now to discuss her secondary gadgets. She has a choice between breaching charges and claymores. Breaching charges mesh really well with her gadget. They allow her to open additional soft surfaces, which can help her save breaching rounds for hard utility later on in the round. But her claymores, while decent, aren't nearly as good as breaching charges on Ash. They don't mesh well with her gadget, and they are only really useful to prevent runouts, which is a very niche use case. Overall, because of her breaching charges, I'll be giving her a 6 out of 10 for her secondary gadgets. She has decent options, but nothing to write home about. Now to discuss the final category, versatility. Ash is used to fill the fragging role of your lineup. Fraggers are meant to take map control for the team and to take a majority of the gunfights, which her guns and 3-speed rating allows her to do just that with ease. But her breaching charges allows her to take over the role of vertical play if times are desperate, and her gadget allows her to clear important utility throughout the round. With all of these potential avenues in her kit, I'll have to give her a 9 out of 10 in the versatility category. The only thing holding her back is the same thing that's holding back her gadget, which is that she's super easily countered. Now we can officially move on to Zofia. She was released in Operation White Noise as direct competition to Ash, and let's just say she does that well. Same as Ash, we will be talking about her gadget first. For her gadget, she brings her extremely easy to understand launcher that has 2 fire modes. The first shoots impact grenades that can destroy soft surfaces and hard utility. The other shoots concussion grenades that will go off when it comes in proximity to a defender. Also, Zofia has the same counters as Ash, the only difference being that she cannot be countered by electricity due to the fact that her impacts explode immediately. But Jaeger's ADSs and Wamai's magnets affect Zofia just the same. The big thing that Zofia brings to the table, however, is her stuns. Since she has 2 of them at the time of recording, she can easily burn any ADSs or Wamai magnets protecting defender utility with them before using her impacts, while Ash can't do that. Ash is required to get help from her teammates to burn those ADSs and Wamai magnets. This gives her gadget an innate advantage since it functions the exact same as Ash's, with with just extra burn on top. Because of this, I'll be giving her gadget a rating of 10 out of 10, making it 1 point higher than what I gave Ash. As for her loadout, she comes equipped with the M762 assault rifle and the LMGE as primary options, and the RG15 handgun as her only secondary. The M762 assault rifle is another extremely popular weapon in Siege, and its stats are able to back it up. It has much higher damage than the R4C, but at the cost of a slower fire rate. Also, there are magnification sights available on this gun that the R4C just doesn't have. I've always been a fan of the M762, and in my opinion, it is way better than the R4C. Her LMG, on the other hand, is a completely different story. After the LMG nerf, it is not nearly as good as it used to be. If you aren't caught up, all LMGs got their recoil increase significantly in Year 7 Season 3, aka Operation Brutal Swarm. And this nerf neutered all LMGs. If you can control this gun, then I applaud you because I can't to save my life. Now, her handgun is one of my favorites. It has a built-in sight, making lining up shots a lot easier, and its capacity allows you to take multiple gunfights if the situation occurs. However, its one downside is its damage, which is quite low. I still love the pistol though. Overall, on the loadout side of things, I'll be giving her a 10 out of 10 just like Ash. Now for her secondary gadgets, which are the exact same as Ash, those being claymores and breaching charges. The breaching charges allow her to play vertically just like Ash, and the claymores on Zofia are still not great. Since Ash and Zofia both fill similar roles and their secondary gadgets are the exact same, I'll be giving her the same score I gave Ash, a 6 out of 10. Now to talk about her versatility. Since Zofia is a 3 armor, her ability to make aggressive plays is hindered, but the extra beefiness can give her an edge in a gunfight. Also, her guns allow her to win those gunfights with ease, so she can play the role of a fragger. With her secondary gadgets and primary gadgets, she can play vertically, and she can clear utility. And on top of it all, she can deal with Jaeger's ADSs and Y Magnus on her own. Because of all of this, I'll be giving her a 10 out of 10 on versatility. She is by far one of the most versatile operators in the game, and I think she deserves to be 1 point higher than Ash in that category. Now to answer the question you came here for, which operator is better, Ash or Zofia? Well, that will require me to go to the scores. Ash had a score of 9 out of 10 on the gadget category, while Zofia got a 10 out of 10. For the loadout category, they both tied with a score of 10 out of 10. With the secondary gadget category, they once again tied with a score of 6 out of 10. And then finally, for the versatility category, Ash got a score of 9 out of 10, while Zofia got a score of 10 out of 10. This brings Ash's overall score to 34 out of 40, and Zofia's to 36 out of 40, making Zofia the winner by a measly 2 points. I think Zofia is just barely able to edge this one out, simply for the fact that she has the ability to burn through Jaeger's ADSs and Wamai's magnets on her own, while Ash has to have a teammate do it for her. Obviously, this video is strictly my opinion, and if you do disagree, feel free to leave your opinions in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, I make Siege content just like this twice a week. So go subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter if you don't want to miss the next upload. If you want to watch another video just like this one, a video will be popping up on your screen right now. I'll see you next time, friends, and peace.